students. Today we will learn about the famous definition 1 ampere of the SI unit of electric current, and we will also derive the statement using the laws so far read. So let us start. What is 1 ampere? We have been learning it since starting of class 11. 1 ampere is defined as that a steady current. A steady current means the DC current. So 1 ampere is that a steady current which, when flowing through the two parallel wires having infinite length and negligible cross-sectional area, separated by 1 meter and placed in vacuum. So 1 ampere is that current, steady current which, when flowing through two parallel wires having infinite length and negligible cross-sectional area, separated by 1 meter apart and placed in vacuum, for which the force of attraction or repulsion produced per unit length is 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 Newton per meter. So it is that current which, when flowing through these two parallel wires, produces a force per unit length of 2 into 10 to the power minus 7. Conditions are: the length of the wire is infinitely long, the cross-sectional area of the wire is negligible, and the distance separation between these two wires are 1 meter when they are placed in vacuum. How we are going to derive this definition? We have already learned that for an infinitely long wire, the magnetic field produced by the wire carrying current I is equal to B infinity. We call that, mention it for the infinite length of the wire. B infinity is equal to mu 0 I by 2 pi A. This we have already derived. So the magnetic field at wire 2, this is wire 2, this is wire 1. So magnetic field at wire 2, due to I1 current flowing through the wire 1, will be given by B infinity mu 0, and here it is I1. So we write I1 divided by 2 pi A. The distance is between these two wires is A. So therefore magnetic field due to wire 1, which carries I1 current, at wire 2 is, say, B1, is equal to mu 0 I1 by 2 pi. Similarly, magnetic field at wire 1 due to wire 2 is B2, will be given by mu 0. I2 current flows through the wire 2. So mu 0 I2 by 2 pi A. This B2 is the magnetic field at wire 1 due to wire 2. Now, using Andre-Marie Ampere law, what we have learned is that force acting on a current carrying conductor when placed in magnetic field is given by I dl cross B. So using this relation, force acting on wire 1 due to magnetic field B2 produced at it by wire 2. So here we have magnetic field B2. This wire is carrying current I1. So we use the relation F is equal to I dl cross B. So I1 is flowing through the wire 1. So we take I1, and dl is taken the current element dl1 for wire 1, and the magnetic field at wire 2 is B2. So we have I1 DL1 cross B2, and for B2, now one thing more is there, that the angle between DL1 and B2, you see, if you think about magnetic field produced due to I2 at I1, you catch hold of the wire, this I2, the wire 2, and then you draw the tangent on the curved fingers, and what you see is, in this case, it is away from the observer, it is away from you. The magnetic field is away from you at this point. You catch hold of this and draw a tangent on the curved finger. You see that it is into the whiteboard. So that way it is at 90 degree to the current element DL. And so we have this expression, when expanded, the cross product is expanded, we get DL1 magnitude of DL1 magnitude of B2 and sine 90 degree. Sine 90 degree is 1, so that becomes 1, and we put the value of B2 over here. What is B2? We have just seen mu 0 I2 by 2 pi a. So we get this, the force acting on first wire, force acting on the first wire, F1. Now about the direction of force acting on wire, first wire, you can see is, you find the cross product of DL1 and B2. DL1 is shown by this finger, and DL2 and B2 is shown by this finger. It is going into the whiteboard, and when you place a screw and move from DL1 to B2, you see it goes into the plane, and here this plane is perpendicular to the blackboard and a screw is going into it. That means F1 is directed towards the wire 2. And in the same fashion, you do this exercise, you will see that force acting on wire 2 will be I2 DL2, these are same, and for B, instead of B2 we write B1, value of B1, that is mu 0 I by 2 pi a, and it is directed towards the wire 2. Now how this happens, you can again apply this relation DL cross B. DL2 is vertically upward, and magnetic field due to this will be towards you. So that means in this case DL2 is along this direction, and B1 is along you, towards you, and now you place the screw and move it from DL to B. So it opens up. You move from DL2 to B1, it moves away from me, that means towards the wire, wire first, and therefore I have F1 is the force acting on wire 1, so F2 is the force acting on wire 2. So that means towards the force acting on wire first, due to magnetic field B2 produced at wire 2, is towards wire 2, and force acting on second wire 2 due to magnetic field produced by first wire is towards wire 1. So now we have rectified it, and if we take DL1 equal to DL2 equal to say L, we take I1 equal to I2 equal to I, and we take A is equal to 1, then we see that the magnitude of both these forces, we are now ignoring the direction, magnitude of both the forces, you see I1 it becomes I, dl1 becomes dl, mu 0 is constant already, I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I, so and A is equal to 1, so we get I square I into I, both are now I, so I into I square dl, that is L, mu 0 is there, divided by 2 pi. So this is the magnitude of force. Now if we further assume that I is equal to 1, because we want to find the definition for 1 ampere, we assume I is equal to 1. Then force per unit length, you carry the L on the denominator on left side. So you get force per unit length when I is taken equal to 1, which is always equal to mu 0 by 2 pi. So force per unit length acting on the either wire, when 1 ampere current flows through each of the wire will be equal to mu 0 by 2 pi, and mu 0 is, we know, is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 Newton per ampere square, so or Henry meter per meter. Therefore on putting the value of mu 0 and solving it, we get 2 into 10 power minus 7 Newton per meter, and from this we have derived this relation that 1 ampere is that current which, when flowing through two parallel wires infinitely long and having negligible cross-sectional area separated by 1 meter distance and placed in vacuum, exerts a force of 2 into 10 power minus 7 Newton per meter length of the wire. So that is the definition we have derived for 1 ampere. We have been learning it since class 11, but we were not knowing why we make this statement, from where we got this statement. Now we have understood it. Thank you and have a nice day.